It is time to live draft, ladies and gentlemen, graveyard edition, like we always do it. And if anybody wants to know what the schedule is, hey Smitty, when do you go live? 7 p.m. every single day, Monday through Friday. Whenever news breaks. Live draft marathon weekend every weekend. Thursday, Friday, Saturday. We kick our weekend off on Thursday. How about you? So just know, every Thursday, Friday, Saturday, we draft. Midnight, we draft. Panic Chamber is now Tuesdays at midnight. We don't mock draft or live draft on Tuesdays. That is Panic Chamber. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, live draft. Daily uploads. All of this equals glory. And I appreciate you being here. Hit the thumb up button on your way in the door. Let's draft.
Footballshow.com studios.
It's the Fantasy Football Show.
Live! Monday through Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern.
It is that time. We're going to jump in 1 second. Let me drop the link in the live chat so you guys can get in on the draft here tonight. So here's the link to this is the link to Underdog Fantasy promo code Smitty. Make sure, I'm going to pin it. It's pinned in the live chat. It's pinned in the description. Underdog will match up to $100 in your first deposit, so make sure you click the link that's pinned in the live chat. Click the link that is in the description of pretty much every video I have. Jump in, get ready. What you're going to do after you click that link is you're going to scroll over to the second board on the carousel on the home. Here's NBA, here's MLB, here's NFL. If you're on the home tab, in the lobby, you have your active drafts, your lobby. In the lobby, on the home tab, second board in, puppy draft. Click it, don't click enter yet. This is $500K in prizes, $5 an entry, much cheaper than the $25 if you want to pop off a bunch of these in practice. And then first place gets $75,000, second place gets $40,000. They pay up to $1,000 through 30th place. So the prizes are pretty good. And it's only $5 an entry. This is a weeks 1 through 14 are the qualifying rounds. And week 15 is the qualifiers. The qualifying finals, quarterfinals are week 15. Semifinals are week 16. And championship is week 17 right on the screen there. Half PPR, 1 QB, 2 running backs, 3 wide receivers, 1 flex, 1 tight end, 10 bench spots. So it's a 1 QB. Click the green button now and get into the puppy $5 draft. Boom. Let's roll. We have 8 more spots to fill. That's a good amount. That means a lot of us are going to get in on this draft right here. Let's see what spot your boy gets. Phone lines are open during the draft if you want to dial in. The Fantasy Football Show live drafting commences right this very second. 3 more spots, 2 more spots, 1 more spot. Drafting full. That's how it goes. We're not mock drafting. Mock drafts are worthless at this point because the ADP data and the suggested rank is garbage right now across the board and almost every app I can find. It's just not worth mock drafting right now. We'll get into mock drafts. Don't worry. Don't you worry. We're also doing a weekly ADP show based on the Underdog Fantasy ADP data, which is phenomenal. And we're doing multiple Garrett Wilson autographed jersey contest drafts. We dropped a link on the last live stream, the 7 p.m. show, dropped a link to it. So we have a draft going on right now, a slow draft. And actually, I'll go to that draft right now. I got 2 of those right now. These are both Garrett Wilson drafts that I have. I have the puppy on top. And you can always find your drafts that you're in under the active tab. I have the puppy draft, 15 seconds. You can see it starts in 14 seconds, 13 seconds. I have these 2 drafts right now underway for the Garrett Wilson jersey draft. I am 3 picks away in this draft, and I have Mahomes, Bijan, Gibbs, Hopkins, and Pickens. And in the other draft, I just made my selection. I've got the following team. I just drafted 2 picks ago. I got Burrow, McCaffrey, and CeeDee Lamb in that Garrett Wilson jersey draft. Let's get back to the puppy. We're going to stay in this one single draft the entire time. 25 seconds. It already started. Jamar Chase went number 1, followed by JJ. And now on the clock is the 3rd drafter. They take Travis Kelce. Freddie takes McCaffrey. Aaron is on the clock. Tyreek Hill. Dan Grimm, Reacher. Who's Dan going to... our community is going to be pretty easy to predict, but Let's see what Dan the Grim Reacher does. Maybe he reaches. Maybe he reaches right here. I mean, this is why we call him Dan the Grim Reacher, because he's reaching like a madman all the time. Let's see what Dan does. Let's see what Dan does. Appreciate you all. Call in if you have a question. Phone number's on screen, 602-635-3664. Go. Cooper Kupp. Runyon gets Bijan. I'm in the 11 pick, by the way. Nick from the 8. What is Nick going to do? Super chat on screen. Any super chats will get immediate attention. So file on in if you've got a super chat. Punch it. Punch it. Bijan, then it went Diggs, then the 9 pick. Let's get some music in here. Oh, we got it. We do have music. Okay. Phone number's on screen. Dial in if you've got a question. I think somebody dialed in. I might have missed it. I'm sorry. Let me get the game on. I'm on the clock here. 21 seconds. JT's pretty solid here. I'm going to cue him. I've learned this trick. You want advice from me? Cue somebody immediately and then start looking. Okay, cue somebody that you like. Somebody you could be okay with accidentally getting if you timed out. That's the way I like to roll. I'm going to go with JT here. I'm going to get the game on right now. The Suns game is on currently. I'm going to get JT here. Go to board view. It went Garrett Wilson at number 10 a little earlier than I like to see him go because I love getting Garrett Wilson at the 12-13 turn or at least at 14 or 15. He's been falling lately. I took Jonathan Taylor. So when A.J. Brown, it went Stephon Diggs. So Bijan at 7, Stephon Diggs 8, A.J. Brown 9, Garrett Wilson, Jonathan Taylor, Austin Eckler, Saquon Barkley. Then your boy is back on the clock. Who do I go with? Do I go Lamb Chops? Do I go Amon-Ra? Do I go QB with one of these guys? Do I look to somebody lower? I don't think I do. JT. Let's go Lamb Chops, I guess. We'll go Lamb Chops. Phoenix Suns are... What's the score here? What's the update on the score? Board view. Austin Eckler. I wish I would have went St. Brown because I have CD Lamb in a number of leagues, and I don't have a lot of St. Brown. So I kind of wish I would have went St. Brown, to be honest, in retrospect. We got Super Chats on screen here. Super Chat right here is from the Patrick. He says, this is BS. Why won't it let me get in? This is BS. Why won't it let me get in? Because, it only has 12 spots, bro. So, I don't know what happened, bro. Lance says, I'm not in the draft. You're probably in one that's right, next to it, bro. They fill up quick. But you know what? It's fine. Just do a draft alongside of us. Smitty, you work on your custom rankings or just use the stock ranking? Smitty, do you work on your custom rankings? You mean on Underdog? Do I try and set a ranking? I like to use the suggested rank because I know what other people are thinking. Because I'm not going to draft off it. I'm going to draft off on the fly using my intuition. But I love to know what everybody else is thinking. If you set your own draft rankings like inside the app, you're at a huge disadvantage because you're going to maybe reach like crazy. You can really know where people are potentially going with their pick if you leave that standard default suggestion rank in there. I was seconds away from smoke checking you. I have no idea what that means. The Patrick. Najee or Gibbs in round 3. You want to wait till round 4 for both of them, Matto, if you can. And by the way, Matto is he is the first person to be added to the board. $50. Any $50 haulers get their prediction written on the board. Matt was the first one. First prediction, Matt. Matt has a Irv Smith Jr. top 7 Super Bowl champions to the Bengals. He probably can't hear me that well. There we go. So Matt is the first one to drop the $50 hauler to get on the prediction board. And I'm going to write this here at the end of the year. As a group, we're going to collectively go over it. And whatever prediction we deem as a community via vote, via chat vote, will win a lifetime membership to the fantasyfootballshow.com, among some other things. I think maybe you'll co-host a show. You'll co-host at least a whole 30-minute segment with your boy. If you want to be on video, you can. If you just want to be on audio, you can. If you want to give that to somebody else, you can do that. But any $50 hauler or more can get on this board. Matt got on here with his prediction. Ron's obviously on there with his big old prediction. But anybody wants to do that at any moment during the show. And it's receipt season. So you want to get your receipt on the board. You want to reflect on your prediction in front of everybody at the end of the year. Drop a $50 hauler or more, and I will literally walk up and put your prediction receipt season on the board. Love that prediction, says Scorp. Damn, I need to take a late lap. You're late, Steven. You are late. Tony Pollard just went. Okay, let's go over this draft. So after the Jonathan Taylor, Austin Eckler, Saquon Barkley, CeeDee Lamb selection, it went Amon-Ra, Devontae Adams, Josh Allen, Jalen Waddle, Chris Olave, Patrick Mahomes, Nick Chubb, Jalen Hurts, Breece Hall, Devontae Smith, T. Higgins, Fields, Ridley, DK, Tony Pollard, Derrick Henry, Ramondre Stevenson. Can we all say a little goodbye, maybe like a morning of Chris Olave's third round ADP? Really sucks that Chris Olave's third round ADP is now dead. It's done. It's gone. It's over. No more. Taking Pollard in the second round all day long, says Fam First. I like that. I could get behind that. I'm not mad at that at all. Fam First, you're the man. You're the man. Pollard at 3.5. Let's go. I love Pollard in the third round. Anywhere in the third round. I do my own rankings in Underdog, but it still shows ADP. I don't know. You have to play around with that. Travis Etienne, that's a good pick. Look, Etienne's one of the better third round picks. I got a running back, got a wide receiver. I'm going to go Gibbs here because I'm not going to get him on this. I have a feeling that Generated's just going to take him. So I didn't want to do. I knew he'd take Burrow or Gibbs, so I just went with Gibbs there. If we look at QBs, I don't think I'm going to go QB here. That was a tough call for me to make because it was either Burrow or Gibbs. Wide receiver. Watson's like a little early, but he's the guy I want here. So JT, Gibbs, CeeDee Lamb, Watson. Board view, go. I didn't want to take Gibbs in the third round. I really didn't, but I don't think I was going to get him. I don't know what I'm more mad about though, losing Burrow or losing Gibbs. You know, both of them. If this was not a draft with all of you fine individuals, I would have gotten both. And then I would have walked away very, very happy. Kenneth Walker is a great fourth round pick. You can probably get him a little later than 39 overall in a regular draft too. Smitty, how do you feel about Ramondre with no running back added to New England? I think he escaped the draft. I think he did a fantastic, we had a fantastic situation there. Phoenix 90, Denver 88, end of the third. Ziggy, stop. I don't like drafting the same players each league, honestly. I know, Scorp. Mix it up is good. Some juicy news from rookie draft Smith. Some juicy news from my rookie draft Smith. Okay, what is it, Steven? What is this great news you have? Only makes sense that Watson got a bump. Watson in the fourth is still good. It's sad that Olave's now a round 2 guy, though. So, Scorp, there's some good and bad to this. I know a lot of people think balancing your exposure is good, but if you, like I always say, there's two thoughts to this. You get a bunch of different things going on, and you have a lot of different opportunities. If injury doesn't strike and ruin all your teams. But you could also say that if you have a good year, you want to have as many variations of what you think is going to happen as possible. And so naturally the ADP, the people sniping you, your draft position, you're going to be able to deploy that if you go the same route over and over and get all the variations you possibly can get. You know what I mean? Like Drake London or Watson or London, everything else the same. Gibbs, you miss out on Gibbs, you got Bijan and Walker. You just keep mixing it up. So good and bad to that. Got to stop taking Hall and Chase in every league, but I keep getting to 1.2. So I feel like I got to. Don't feel bad about going the same route. There really is an advantage. There's a pro and a con to it. Phone lines open again. Anybody wants to get on the board? Smitty, when the draft is fully done, can you post a pic of the entire mock round by round? Yeah, I'll see what I can do on that, sure. Yeah, Eckler is an avoid for me this year. Cage, 28 years old. Rather be a year early than a year late. That is going to always be my thinking for 28-year-old running backs. Whether one creeps through like Henry did last year, and I admit, it was a year early, but I'd rather be a year early. It's not like I ended up feeling like I missed hardcore. I got a player I loved instead of Henry, So it's not like just because you avoid somebody doesn't mean you miss if that player lands. You still have an opportunity to land the player that you grab. So let's see here. On the clock. I've been drafting Pickens so much. I have the luxury of taking guys that I'd take in the 6th round and the 5th because I'm at the end of the 5th round. It went Pittman and it was Ayuk. So now I'm on the clock again. Probably should go wide receiver. I got Pickens queued. I don't mind Pacheco. My team so far, I got 3 RBs. Taylor, Gibbs, Swift, CD, Christian Watson. Really like my team. I'll probably go... God, I got so many shares of Pickens, but that's okay. He's a moon man. So the squad, very, very, very solid, very balanced. I don't love the draft slot I have. I hate being at the end of the 1st round, but JT, Gibbs, Swift, Lamb, Watson, Pickens, pretty good. Pretty good. The Patrick, what is up?
What's going on, Smitty?
You're live. What's up?
Nothing. I barely missed you guys, but I guess I got thrown in on the next draft. Named the same, just like same settings or whatnot. What is your current round for like Najee? Like, where's your perfect value that you're okay with taking Najee right now?
Anywhere in 4. Anywhere in 4. Not that I wouldn't take him in 3, but because he falls into the 4th round like clockwork, I'm just not going to take him higher. I'd rather take somebody else and then have my share of Najee in round 4. Like he's definitely, there's certain players that I want to balance the exposure, if you will. Like we were saying earlier, there's certain players that I don't want on every team in case they falter. And just given because he faltered a little bit last year. Total points he ended up being very good, but in a head-to-head matchup setting, he lost you a lot of games because you were expecting a different kind of season. But in the 4th round, I love it. But that's about where I'm at with Najee. If he's in the 4th round, I'll smash it. If If he's in the third round, I think I'll just let somebody else. I'll let him try and fall to the fourth round, and if I don't get him, I don't get him. That's kind of my approach. It's not that I wouldn't take him in the third round, but I just love the idea of him in 4, and I'll let it happen naturally, or I won't worry about it. Smitty, thoughts on does Kamara play this year? Yeah, he plays this year for sure. Does he get suspended for 4 or 6 games? Depends on if he pleads out. If he pleads out, then he's going to get that small, lesser sentence of 4 to 6 games. It's going to be low if he ends up taking a plea on conspiracy, because conspiracy is not like that's a misdemeanor criminal, and that calls for like a 3 to 6 game suspension. So it's pretty crazy. The Patrick, what do you think about the value of? Let me throw a couple names out at you. Mike Evans in round 6, 7. I don't know why I'm liking that so much. I don't know why no one thinks that's good value. Like, whenever I draft a team with Mike Evans as my third wide receiver, I'm pretty happy. And everyone's like, oh, your wide receivers look light. I don't mind Evans in the 6th, 7th round. That feels good.
Yeah, I don't mind that at all. 6, 7. Like I said, somehow I sneaked in the draft right after you guys, and I'm looking right now. I'm at the 110, and it auto-picked Jonathan Taylor and Devontae Adams for me. So, like, before I even realized I was part of the draft. But my next 3 picks have been Joe Burrow, Najee Harris, and Damian Pierce.
Very
so
good.
If I can load up on wide receivers, that's Najee Harris right where you was talking about that you like him the most.
Yeah. I like that, bro. I'm on the clock here.
I like Mike Evans. And Baker Mayfield will utilize him down there in the red zone. Mike Evans, even if he don't get you the number of receptions or daggone yards that we have seen in the past and that we loved, his touchdowns will explode. He'll definitely be double-digit touchdowns this year.
I'm on the clock right now. I'm gonna go Aaron Rodgers here. So my team so far is Aaron Rodgers, JT, Gibbs, Swift. I like JT, Gibbs, and Swift. That's a really good trio. And then my wide receivers are pretty strong too. Lamb, Watson, Pickens. It's kind of like one of those crafty teams. It's not going to be my favorite ranked team, but it's super well-rounded.
Yeah, I'm messing up and getting auto picks left and right. I'm only responsible for picking Joe Burrow, Najee, and Pierce so far. And it just gave me Dalvin Cook, which I don't necessarily want to touch him. I'm not excited right now.
I'm going to go with Javonte. So now I got 4 running backs, 3 wide receivers, and 1 quarterback. I've got Jonathan Taylor, Jahmyr Gibbs, DeAndre Swift, Javonte Williams. I've got CeeDee Lamb, Watson, George Pickens, Aaron Rodgers. I like that. All right, let's go back to the board view. Got a super chat here from GamerBoy2K. Says Justin Jefferson or Jamar Chase. That's preference, bro. I'm taking Chase. I've got ironically, a wide receiver video dropping either late tonight, but probably going to be tomorrow. It'll probably be a premiere. And it's going to be the top 15 wide receivers in tiers. So top 15 wide receiver rankings in tiers, and you're gonna see Jamar Chase at the 1 spot, but it's very, very close. It's preference, you know. So you just got to kind of appreciate your super chat, pal. Your super chats, appreciate you. But it's just preference, man. Look, JJ's going to probably have more yards and maybe more receptions, and Suns are taking over here. Every time I say that, they lose it, though. 99-88, 11-point lead, 9:38 left. Every time I say this, they lose the lead, so let's test it out. Let's see if I have something to do with it. Let's see if we live in a simulation. Was that a travel? Oh, he just laid out. Oh, my God. Come on, Suns. Come on, Suns. But yeah, who do you like, the Patrick? Do you like Jamar Chase or Justin Jefferson more?
I like Chase. I like Chase. I think that division in the NFC is going to be a lot more competitive than we think it's going to be. So therefore, I think the Bengals are going to run away with the AFC North. So my rule of thumb is you always pick the stud that's on the better team, and the Bengals are the better team.
Yeah, and I truly believe that you'll hear me speak to it like that as well on my video. I say a very, very, very similar wording. Is like Jamar Chase and Jefferson are both in very, very, very good situations. So this does not tear down Kirk Cousins or the Vikings being a good offense, a good potent offense. They are, but the Bengals, to me, my opinion, are one of the very best passing attacks. You could argue the best in the National Football League. And so for that reason, yeah, the fact that Jamar Chase scored one more touchdown, he had 9 touchdowns last year. JJ, I believe, had 8. The fact that Chase outscored him and played 12 games, all Chase has to do is level up the yardage, and he will if he plays a full season. I think JJ probably gets about 1,800 yards, 1,800 yards. I don't think he has to get more than he did last year. Maybe Addison takes a little bit away. I don't think Addison's going to take a ton away, but he's going to take a little bit away. And Hawkinson there the full year, just potentially could be looking at 1,700. Let's call it 1,700, 1,750 for Jefferson. And if he's not getting 10 plus touchdowns, if he's always getting that 8-9, 7-8-9 territory, if Chase gets 12 to 15 and he gets 200 less yards, 1,500 yards, maybe 5 to 10 to 15 less receptions, it could easily just be a wash. But I believe Chase will get closer in yards and receptions than anybody expects. So we'll call it like 115, 120 receptions, 1,500 yards, and I'll say 14 to 15 touchdowns. That's my Jamar Chase projection. And I think that outscores JJ.
Real quick, 10 seconds. Is round 7 too early for Zay Flowers?
No, but it depends who else is there, man.
Too late now, but I already took him. But top receivers, Marquise Brown, Treylon Burks, Deontay Johnson, Brandon Cooks, Quentin Johnson.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. That wasn't really out of place or anything.
Yeah. Sorry to interrupt like that. I apologize.
No, I know you're on the clock there. Yeah, I don't hate that pick. I need a wide receiver, actually, so I'm going to go wide receiver shopping. I got Sky Moore. He's kind of one of my go-tos in this territory. Let's go. It's so hard to draft with everybody in here. I'm gonna go Sky Moore. I need a wide receiver bad. Not bad. I got a real good balance. So I got Aaron Rodgers, JT, Jahmyr Gibbs, DeAndre Swift, Javonte Williams, CeeDee Lamb, Christian Watson, George Pickens, Sky Moore, Dalton Kincaid. I like it. Let's go through these teams one by one here. I probably won't re-review them at the end, guys, just so you know. So here is the lost arts. Yeah, Chase is gonna have probably around, if I had to guess, this is a projection from the lost arts. He says 101, 1355, and 9. I think Chase is gonna get over 9. He had 9 touchdowns on 12 games last year. Better offensive line. They're gonna smash it. Jamar Chase, Devontae Smith, T. Higgins, Justin Herbert, J.K. Mixon, Waller, Quentin Johnson, Zach Charbonnet. That's from the 1 spot. Let's scroll over and we'll do this first column here, which is the 2 spot. J.J., Breece Hall, Fields, Aaron Jones, Terry McLaurin, Miles Sanders, Rashad White, Mingo, Jamison Williams. That's a good squad. Let's go to the draft slot 3 here, which is now the first one to look at here. Kelsey, Hurts, Ridley, Trevor Lawrence, Christian Kirk, Evans, Cook, Ingram, A.J. Dillon. Not bad. I just don't like the team looks very thin. You also took 2 quarterbacks in the top 4 while taking a tight end, so that's going to put you in a bit of a pickle at the other positions, you know. So I probably wouldn't. I don't mind that double quarterback approach, but I don't know that I'd do it with the tight end move. But you never know. I mean, you could dominate a tight end and dominate a quarterback, and then if you land a couple of your sleepers, boom. So I wouldn't say it's a bad approach. Just it's not popping for me, that particular combination. But Christian McCaffrey, Chubb, DK, Hawkinson, DeAndre Hopkins, Lockett, Addison, Hollywood Brown, solid. Tyreek Hill, Patrick Mahomes, Tony Pollard, Debo, Pitts, Akers. This is a good squad. That's a good one, Aaron. Cooper Kupp, Olave, Derrick Henry, DJ Moore, Dallas Goedert, Deshaun Watson, Dak Prescott, Alvin Kamara. That Alvin Kamara pick might have been, I don't know if you guys can see right here. Where is it? Right here, yeah. This draft slot number 6. Cooper Kupp, Chris Olave, Derrick Henry, DJ Moore, Dallas Goedert, Deshaun Watson, Dak Prescott. I'm sitting here thinking, bro, I wish you would have taken another RB to go along with Henry, and then Alvin Kamara. That could be. This could make this team a potential winner. You know, if that lands, that's a great job. Bijan Waddle, Ramondre, Amari Cooper, Judy. I'm not a fan of Judy. People picking Judy in the round 5, 6 area. I just don't understand it. But not a bad team. Monty pretty late in round 7 was pretty good. Let me come back. So we'll start with the draft slot number 8 after I make my pick here. So my team again: Rodgers, JT, Gibbs, Swift, Javonte, CeeDee Lamb, Watson, Pickens, Sky Moore, Dalton Kincaid, and I should be on the clock here shortly. I'm going to take a look at the wide receivers, see if there's anybody that I would like to grab. Okay, let's go over to running back. I don't know that there's anybody standing out yet. I already got 2 quarterbacks, but I don't mind going QB again. I'll probably go... I was going to time out, so I had to grab somebody a little early, but I just went Josh Downs. I needed another wide receiver, and I didn't want to time out. He was probably too low to draft right there, but 8 is me, Smitty. Let's go. Yeah, after I make my second pick here, I'll take a look at it. We'll give her a look-see, bro. Okay, generated's on the clock. He took looks like Adam Thielen. So I'm going to go ahead with another quarterback here. I'll take Bryce Young and get back to the rating of these teams. Draft slot number 8 was Diggs, Josh Allen. Diggs, Josh Allen, Josh Jacobs, Drake London, Mike Williams, Isaiah Pacheco, Gabe Davis, James Conner, Pat Freiermuth, Brian Robinson, Odell. That's pretty good. A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, Travis Etienne, Najee. That's pretty. I mean, if Adams works out, which I don't have a good feeling about, but if it did, this would be quite a team to get Etienne and Najee without going to RB until round. Whoa. Super Rudy, you got a little background noise there, pal. You getting yelled at? You getting yelled at about the meatloaf? You there, Super Rudy? Hello? Super Rudy? he just muted himself. He hung up. He started laughing and then he hung up. Super Rudy, this is what always happens. He's gonna gain his composure, and then he's gonna dial up again and then come in strong. Everybody has to do that when they get caught with something going on in the background. They immediately hang up. It's a natural reaction. And now he's gonna compose himself. Super Rudy, you got this, bro. You got this. But anyways, I was saying A.J. Brown, Devontae Adams, Travis Etienne, Najee, Kittle. That's a really good team. I don't know that I like Anthony Richardson, but I just don't know if I love that for your team as being your only quarterback option right here. So we'll have to see what you do. But yeah, I mean, it's good to get those wide receivers. If I liked Adams, like let's say that was St. Brown, then I really would love this team. Garrett Wilson, Amon-Ra, Lamar. Lamar's a little early in the third for me. Walker, hey, look, that's a really good combo, though. Garrett Wilson, Amon-Ra, Lamar, Walker. But I noticed somebody took Charbonnet and you didn't get him, so that's going to be it's a little painful. It's going to be a little painful to watch. JSN, Pierce, Jahan Dotson. That's a good team, though. If you had Charbonnet, you'd be in the money. And then the last team, Jonathan Taylor, CeeDee Lamb. Oh, no, that's mine. Let me do mine real quick. Jonathan Taylor, CeeDee Lamb, Jahmyr Gibbs, Christian Watson, DeAndre Swift, George Pickens, Aaron Rodgers, Javonte Williams, Dalton Kincaid, Sky Moore, Josh Downs, Bryce Young. I like it. And then the 12th spot is the last team in the final column there. Austin Eckler, Saquon Barkley, Joe Burrow. Let's see what you do at receiver. I haven't looked down yet. That's a really strong start there, potentially. But what do you get at wide receiver? That's going to be the difference maker for you because it's a 3 wide receiver league and it's really hard to win. If all of us get some home run hits at our RBs and we're getting them later, it makes it really hard to go RB in a best ball draft with 3 required wide receivers. So let's see. Eckler, Barkley, Joe Burrow, Mark Andrews, Pittman, Ayuk, Deontay. Sorry, Brandon Cook's not going to cut it. I don't like that. I love the RBs, bro, but are you really going to outscore my RBs or anybody else's RBs by that much? So, good little experiment, but I probably wouldn't do that in the next draft. Love the Burrow pick. I don't mind that at all. Andrews wasn't even bad, but given you'd already gone wide, running back, I don't know that I would have went that route. If you would have got Watson at 37, that would have changed the whole course of this team. If you would have went Austin Eckler, Saquon Barkley, Joe Burrow, and Christian Watson, I would have liked that one, bro. And then if you didn't have me in front of you, you would have got Swift at 60. That would have been a really, really good potential team. I'm coming up here. Ron Navy, you're live. Hello?
I had to come off mute.
Hello? What's up, Ron?
What a night. Yeah, I missed it again. I just sat in the stupid recliner and dozed off, and then I wake up and, oh, crap. And I go in, and hell, you're already halfway through the draft.
Yep. What am I doing? A 14-team mock? Not for a while because the ADP data is all jacked up, bro. I think I already got 3 QB.
You know,
2 QBs. What?
You really need to make those private drafts $5, dude. You're messing with my OCD over here.
Why is that?
Because you're messing my money up. I like that, the puppies are $5. The things are, everything's in increments of 5, but then when you do like a $3 one, so instead of like having $100, I got $92.
Yeah, but everybody kind of likes it. They're cheaper because then they can do more of the Garrett Wilson ones. They can jump in.
I gotta have my multiples of 5.
Hold on one second. How did I miss this super chat? Gamer dropped. Let's see here. Gamer dropped. Man, Gamer's been dropping super chat after super chat here. Let me go over the sequence here. I think I'm on the clock. I'm almost on the clock. Gamer, then I'm going to go over. Gamer, are you still here? I apologize for not seeing that $20 hauler you just dropped. Goodness gracious. Hold on one second, bro. All right, let me look at my team. I got RB cover. I got wide receiver cover. I just, maybe a quarterback. Let's see here. Stafford, your boy Pickett's there. I need another tight end. I'll go Mayer, I guess. Going double rookies, something I never do. Okay. So the first question was Jamar Chase or JJ. And then I said it's preference. And that I personally like Jamar Chase. I think he scores 14, 15. He's the kind of guy that's going to have a 18 to 20 touchdown season at some point. Not on the regular, but he'll have like the 14 and 15s. But he'll be the guy that does have that 18 to 20 TD season. He's the most capable wide receiver in the National Football League until Marvin Harrison Jr. gets in the league. And we don't know if he'll be that guy either, but we're just saying until that happens. It's like Jamar Chase is the one guy, if you had to like bet your life that somebody could score 20 touchdowns in a single season before they retired. Like, of all the wide receivers currently in the NFL, I would put my money on Jamar Chase. If I had to pick one wide receiver in the next, let's say, 5 years, had to have a 20 TD season, I would be like, it's a real hard feat but he's the guy I would pick. He had 9 TDs in 12 games, and then they didn't play well at the beginning of the year. On top of that, and I go over this in my wide receiver ranking video, so I'm not sure if that's what Gamer's referring to, but he says, "Oh my God, why?" in a $20 hauler. You can, oh my God, why all you want for $20, bro. I just cleaned my floor, by the way, but for you, Gamer, I'm gonna mess it all up. So here we go. Appreciate you. And let's see, Gamer says also Chase or, okay, that was the question. Chase or Jefferson. Then it was, oh my God, why? I think you're talking about that, right? And then you say, how though he's trash? Who's trash? Jamar Chase is trash? If you could meet someone in football, who is it? If I could meet anybody in football that's currently in the NFL, yeah, it probably would be Burrow. It probably would be Burrow. Who are we kidding? But especially if I could just get little Smitty to meet him and go, Burrow, ha ha ha. That I would let little Smitty meet him if I couldn't even be there. That'd be amazing. Past that, I probably would say, Bijan would be, just because he's just getting started. There's so much excitement about him on the channel. Like if I could have one of those guys on my show, it'd probably be Burrow. Not to mention Burrow, like this jersey right here. When Raj lost his bet with me, he said, "What jersey you want?" I ended up, picking it out. He gave me the funds to do it because he lost the bet. But I was gonna pick a Kenneth Walker jersey, and I'm not saying I still wouldn't wear it proudly. But the reason I didn't pick Kenneth Walker is the same thinking I have when I draft in Dynasty. Who is the longer shelf life? Who is less likely to disappoint me? Who has more control over the situation? And I thought to myself, that Burrow jersey is going to last 12 to 15 years and be like a glorious jersey to wear. Whereas an RB jersey, they could be in and out of the league in 4 or 5 years. And look what happened to Walker. I mean, I'm not saying Walker's done or anything like that, but I'm just saying, like, I would have been disappointed I didn't get the Burrow jersey. That Burrow jersey is going to last the test of time. But yeah, I would love to talk to somebody like Burrow, who I know is going to be a staple in fantasy football in the NFL for like 10, 12, 15 years, because then it's just to be a much better conversation to have than with an RB that, like, it's funny. I've talked to I've had like Ronnie Brown on the show before. Ron, you probably weren't here for that. I had Ronnie Brown on the show. If anybody doesn't remember who Ronnie Brown is, he's a former Dolphin running back. And he was so good for a short period of time, but it's like, it's so disappointing when these guys have this short career, these RBs. Burrow's going to be there for half a
longer career than Cadillac.
Yeah. Yeah, those two guys were exciting. Remember, it was Cedric Benson, Cadillac Williams, and Ronnie Brown. That was the rookie year, or that rookie class, that running back class felt like it was the Gibbs and Bijan class back then. It was crazy. Cadillac, everyone loved Cadillac, and he was so smooth. But just didn't end up working out the same way. But Gamer, I don't know if you're
about that,
you what?
You talking a Joe Burrow jersey that you can't move your arms in? That one?
Yeah.
It's gonna last for years.
I mean, if I don't put it on, Ron, of course. If I just keep it in the corner on the chair like I have it right now, it's going to last the test of time, Ron. Or I just sew them back on if I rip the sleeves off.
I think you should try to get a hold of Bijan. He seems like a really down-to-earth, humble guy that might consider coming on your show.
Yeah,
I think you can get him.
I've inquired. It's tough. These got these. Yeah, these
get it done.
These big name guys, they have agents that won't even let them sometimes do that kind of stuff. Let's see.
But I think you can get it done. Get it done. Do it now. Do it live.
Do it live.
Get it.
Yeah, believe me, I try. Believe me, I try. I try, Ron. I'm trying. I'm trying real hard, Ron. Let's see here. My team so far. Oh, I'm on the clock again. Hold on. Oh, I need to know what I need. I guess I'll force quarterback. Ritter. They love Brock Purdy so much in San Francisco. Part of me thinks I'm just going to take him for the later stretch. But, Ritter's got... Let's go Ritter because he's healthy. So this team's pretty good. Ron, listen to it. And you can see it if you're watching. Aaron Rodgers, Bryce Young, Desmond Ritter. Not bad. Not great, but not bad. Jonathan Taylor, Gibbs. I know you don't like Swift. Close your eyes and picture somebody else. Jonathan Taylor, Gibbs, Swift, Javonte, Chase Brown. Very formidable running back rotation. And then my wide receivers aren't all that bad. CeeDee Lamb, Christian Watson, George Pickens is really nice. And then Sky Moore, Joshua Downs, Nathaniel Dell, Dalton Kincaid, Mayer. Need another tight end for sure. But that's not a bad team. Not my favorite I've drafted. The Patrick, do you have anything else?
No, I'm just listening in.
I'm gonna try to go in the next several drafts from now. I'm gonna try and go full screen. I think I do like this setup better, but I do know you guys like to see the entire draft board. So I'll probably do a combination of this and then go to full screen and expand it. But I've got to work on a few things to make sure that will flow well with my stream. But Smitty, you're going to be giving advice on how to draft in the second spot in the 14-teamer PPR. I probably wanted a 14-teamer, but I will, and I'll do every draft slot from 1 to 12. And then you could pretty much apply a lot of the same logic to like that 12 slot. It won't be that much more different, but I probably won't be doing 1 through 12 and then 1 through 14 in separate drafts. Or maybe I'll do a all encompassing one video on a 14-team draft or something. We'll do a 14-teamer. But Blind Larry says, I don't dislike your team. Nice draft, sir. Thank you. Appreciate you. I love these $5 puppies, though. I'll tell you, I love the $25 ones. I've done a ton of them already. I'll continue to do them, but it is super nice to be able to get in here with a bunch of you guys and drop a $5 one real quick. Or if we want to do back-to-back $5 ones, those $25 ones add up too. Even for someone running it like me, like they do add up. You're doing, almost $100 to $200 worth of drafts minimum per week. Super Rudy, you're on the phone live right now. Can you describe play-by-play what happened when you first called? We heard you getting yelled at, and then you freaked out and hung up. Can you walk us through what happened?
Okay, so I was talking to my aunt. I was having a conversation with her, and I realized that I needed to roll my victory blunt before I called back. So that's what I did. I'm currently smoking right now, and I just want to talk to you about a beautiful picture that unfolded during my rookie draft. So, you ready for this?
Yeah.
All right, so this was the league where I had Mahomes, Fields as my quarterback, traded in to get to the 103 so I could get my boy, Jackson Smith and Jigba, which I did at the 103. At the 104, we had my buddy who was debating whether he was going to take a Addison or Richardson because he needed a quarterback. So he took Anthony Richardson at number 4. At 105, Bryce Young, which is a steal. 106, my buddy Border was on the clock. I was trying to trade to get ahead of him.
What's his name?
I knew who he was going to take.
What's his name? Border?
I knew he was going to take. Yeah, his name is Border.
Okay.
And so at the 106, he decided to take Mr. Jonathan Mingo at the 1.6.
Well, he watches my show.
Yeah, well, maybe. But at the 1.7, I was able to snag Jahmyr Gibbs. And
bro,
I just feel like that is an absolute steal.
Bro, you probably just won your league. That's crazy.
I got JSN at 1.3, and Jahmyr Gibbs fell to me at 1.7.
So first thing.
That long.
Yeah, first thing I'll say is that you screwed up royally by passing on Gibbs for just to get your guy. You wanted to force JSN. But had you not done
I know.
had
That's
you
what
not
makes
done
me
that,
happy about it.
had you not done that, you wouldn't have had both. So congrats on dropping the ball, which essentially picking it back up and running it in for a touchdown.
I pretty much picked up my own fumble and ran it in.
You did.
I forget, was it Dobbins that did that last year?
It was you.
Or
It was you.
no?
It was you, bro.
That actually happened. A running back actually did that.
Yeah, I know.
I can't remember who
It was you. You did it.
I'm so happy. I just needed to call and express my my thoughts on that.
Yeah. Congratulations on that, bro. That's a really, really, really nice job. Gibbs.
I don't have another pick till the 4th round, but
You don't need one. Well, what's your team? You got Gibbs. Who are your RBs?
okay. So I'm gonna get out of the draft because the ADP's off. Not the ADP. Okay, so my running backs are Najee Harris, Mondre, Swift, Zeke, Jeff Wilson, Pierre Strong, Zamir White. Those are my running backs, and now Gibbs.
You did good, bro. You did real good.
Yeah,
Nice-
wide
nice
receivers
job.
are Hill, Chase, Pittman. I traded for Pittman. Dodson, Marquise Brown, DeAndre Carter, Michael Thomas, DJ Chark, and now JSN.
You did great.
I think
You
I'm
did
good.
good. Ron, I'm gonna draft Tyler Scott for you. I just took him in tribute to
I
Ron
actually
Navy.
like Tyler.
Yeah, no, in tribute of Ron Navy.
Do you got any Chicago pieces to go with them?
Ron. Oh, Ron.
Just asking.
I know. I just laugh because it's the first thing. I don't have any other Chicago Bears. Unfortunately, he is standalone. He is
All
standalone.
right, that's cool.
Yeah.
Just wondering.
I know, but I just laugh because you say it with. I can hear the grin. I can hear the grin on your face. You got any cuff pieces with that? That upgrades him by 5 points per game. By the way, guys, my Suns are down or up by 6, and now up by 8 because Durant just hit a shot with 36 seconds left. Hold on. I mean, it's
I
over.
really hope it's not-
You know what? At the risk of jinxing it, it's over. It's over. Okay.
Not
Okay, Booker's got the ball. That's fine.
Did you see the? What did you think of the 2 drafts I posted to you in IG that I did?
Uh-oh. Is that a timeout? Thank God. Yeah, with what I remember, Ron, they were good. They were a good job. Bold prediction, Tank Dell, top 20. Love Tank Dell and took him in this draft. Love Tank Dell. Tank Dell's the man. So appreciate you. Very blessed for dropping that. And then Gamer dropping a lot of super chats tonight. Gamer to the moon.
To the moon.
Gamer, you still here?
I mean, I have a question.
Gamer, call in, Gamer. You want to talk about something, and I didn't quite pick it up, so I want to make sure you have a chance to voice your opinion. Call in real quick, Gamer, and appreciate your super chat. Also, Gamer, you're no pressure, but you're $20 away from being able to put a bold prediction on the board. By the way, if you want to get on the board, so just no pressure, but just wanted to let you know in case you were wondering. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Who said I want to what? Was that the Patrick?
No, it wasn't me.
Who was that? Super Rudy?
That was Rudy.
Oh no, I didn't say anything.
Well, there were only 3 on the call. Was it Ron?
No.
Well, one of you is lying.
No, I
'Cause-
thought
Right before you started talking, I was going to ask you something, but then I
yeah, that was
didn't
you
say
then.
anything the whole time.
Yeah, go ahead. What can I help you with?
Okay. Yeah, no, I just have a weird question for you. But you don't think A-Chain and Gibbs are like that? You think they're that far apart? Because I kind of don't.
Gibbs and who?
A-Chain.
Gibbs and A-Chain. Do I think they're that
One
far?
A-
Do I think they're that far apart?
Yeah.
Let's put it this way. I think that they're in different universes, bro.
I disagree. I would have to
That's fine.
disagree there. I think A-Chain
That's fine.
is a better runner up the middle than Gibbs. I think A-Chain is actually a little bit faster than Gibbs. I think he ran a faster 40. I think that they do similar things, but Gibbs got the draft capital. He got probably the better situation depending on how they use him. But I don't know.
The thing is, bro, people talk about Gibbs being too small. A-Chain's smaller than him. A-Chain's like 15 pounds.
Only by 11 pounds.
No, like 15 pounds roughly, 11 to 15 pounds, depending on if he, try to beef up for his weigh-in. Like, so only the problem is only you say only 11 pounds, but Gibbs is already under the amount the weight that people say can survive the NFL, and we're already like pushing it there. Like, you're gonna drop another 11 to 12 pounds. I mean, it doesn't matter how close he is to him; he's well below that weight you want. So, like, bro, they're so far apart. Like, it's not even. You could give me 5 A-Chains for Gibbs, and I would keep Gibbs. It's
okay, but what if they're basically? I feel like Detroit's just gonna do the same thing that they would do with A-Chain. Just put him.
That's what a lot of
treat
people.
Him like Gibbs, throw him a bunch of dumb passes.
That's what we're hoping.
Using him.
You're asking me almost rhetorical questions though. Do I think they're going to use him? Bro, I'm talking up Gibbs like he's the next, elite electric. You think I'm just like blowing smoke? That sounds like. Here, hold on. Let's go to my mom, because that sounds like what my mom would ask me. Hey, mom, you still on the line, mom?
No, that is.
Hey, mom. Yes, son? You don't really like him, do you? You've only created 8,000 videos on him. Do you really like him? Do you really think he's going to do well? Let me show you something, bro. Let me show you something. Just in case you missed it. Nobody talked during this, okay? Just watch real quick. Super Rudy, can you watch the screen?
Yeah.
Okay, here you go. But the continuum of the gigawatt component structure of Jahmyr Gibbs' workload divide has a megawatt offload that if you compartmentalize the component conjunction timekeeper and you flux capacitor out the continuum component megabolt, things just end up happening. And that's why Jahmyr Gibbs is a top 5 to 10 running back instead of top 6 to 10. Does that make better sense?
It does.
Okay.
It does. But people had this. I don't know. I just like him. I'm really high on A-Chain. I really am.
That sounds like
I
it.
think that he got put in the perfect situation, and I'm not saying that he's going to be like a top 10 running back, but I think he's going to be a fantasy stud.
Okay, so let me paint out what's going on here. You don't think he's a top 10 running back, which means you can't like Jahmyr Gibbs even a little bit if you think that he's not going to be a top 10 running back.
I was trying to figure out how.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I'm also getting flowers with it. That's why I would consider it.
Somebody called in and had the background just blaring, so I had to hang up on him. You can call in again if you want, guys. But yeah, I mean, you clearly can't like Gibbs anywhere remotely close to where I do, and that's where the divide is. That's what's so funny about fantasy football. Sometimes Ron and I bump heads on this because, and me too. And I'm not just blaming it all on Ron, but like when you have a viewpoint, the other person's viewpoint just sounds crazy, But like you got to step back and I'm okay with you liking A-Chain over Gibbs. Like, I'm gonna make you take a lap. I'm
also getting flowers with
I'm gonna be hard on you about it or whatever. But at the end of the day, I seriously can step back and say, look, that's your opinion. And honestly, Kamara, when I said Kamara's gonna be a top 1 to 5 running back, and he was getting drafted in the middle of a fantasy football rookie draft, that's where that's the kind of value we're kind of talking about, the Flowers and A-Chain together. And so I understand if somebody thinks A-Chain's gonna be an absolute, monster, whatever. But we have differing opinions, and it sounds like you're having a tough time grasping my opinion, which is fine. But I understand what you're saying. But like, you're asking things like, well, do you really think they're going to give him the ball? Of course I do. Of course I do, bro. I mean, that War Room is so excited about drafting him. This guy, they almost took him at 6.
They were, and it made me so motivated, like to get him where I did. But I don't know. I just felt like, because I was really high on Flowers too, so I felt like that would be a good exchange.
I like
but
Flowers,
maybe
but
I just need more.
No. Did you already do
It's
it?
funny that you said that, Rudy. I'm thinking you're liking everybody now, Rudy, because you did say you're smoking, and now you said you're really high on Flowers. I think you're really high on everybody.
He's really, he's just playing high. But hey, Rudy.
Flowers was my wide receiver too in this class.
Rudy,
Behind
did you already make this trade?
Oh no! This is all just talk.
Are you
I'm
sure?
Just saying, like, because I already drafted Gibbs, but me and my buddy were talking, and
Well,
I was like, let me get
you got the number 2 overall rookie, and now you're about to give him away. I'm not saying that Flowers and A-Chain are nothing, but you literally smoked everyone and won the draft, just like you're doing right now. You literally smoked everyone, and you're about to throw it away because listen for a second. You took JSN out of turn, and it worked out for you. You crushed it, bro. If you would have taken my advice, I would have said take Gibbs. And what are you doing? And you didn't take JSN.
Yeah.
JSN wouldn't have fallen, and you wouldn't have got both. So like, kudos to you for dropping the football, picking it back up, and running into the end zone. But the one thing I'll tell you is, you have a tendency, I already know. I have a psych degree. I also have been doing this for 20 plus years professionally. I can read you like a book. You will justify whatever you need to justify to get the guys you want, which is fine. This is a game. We're supposed to have fun.
Well, only if I know I'm like winning though, because I know this team is like prime, so I'm just trying to.
Yeah, but you justified taking JSN instead of Gibbs. Now you're justifying getting rid of Gibbs and getting Flowers because you love A-Chain. And I think you need to realize that you probably, if I had to guess, bro, and shoot me straight, okay? Shoot me straight. Are you a fantastic drafter, but kind of known for being a guy that maybe trades away the elite team once in a while? And you're like, damn it, I drafted the elite team, but I didn't end up with it.
The opposite, actually.
Because you sound like that guy, which is awesome. But I would love to talk to your buddies and find out.
No, it's not even that. Trust me, I'm not. A lot of the questions I ask you are like strictly because I need like a professional's opinion.
Okay.
Like someone who just does this every day. But in other leagues where I'm like kind of iffy in contending, I'm not going to like risk making moves like that. But this league, I can afford it, and I'm just asking. I ask you questions that I don't do.
Okay.
Like that trade with Lawrence, I made after we talked. I don't know. I just have high risk questions, I guess.
Yeah. No, I mean, but hey, that's what you got to do. You got to bounce them off some people, and that's what this show is really here for. So don't feel negatively about it. I was just trying to psychoanalyze you, but I don't know. It sounds to me like you have amazing instincts. But sometimes, I might be wrong, but you have a tendency to overthink things, is what I'm saying. And you need to try to use ADP and value to your advantage. Right now, Gibbs is climbing very, very high to the moon, and I think Flowers and A-Chain isn't enough. You can't give somebody a guy where are you taking A-Chain? 13, 14 overall? You can't give someone a 13 or over.
I think he goes at the 2.1. I think he goes at the
2.1. So you can't give someone a 2.1 to go from 1.5 or 1.6 down, if that's where JSN is going to go 1.5, let's say, down to the 1.2. The 2.1 shouldn't get that. It shouldn't. And just because you ended up getting Gibbs later than that value, or call it Flowers. Sorry, we'll call it Flowers. I'm sorry. Flowers is not JSN. Flowers is 1.6 or 7.
Yeah, but he's probably going to be the 1.9 in my draft, only because he fell.
Okay, but let's just call him the
That's
let's call him the 1.7. That's about where his ADP is going to be.
Oh yeah.
So you were trading the 1.7. You're giving away the 1.2 for the 1.7 if someone gives you A-Chain. That's not good value. It doesn't matter if you like them or not.
Yeah.
Like, that's not good value. Like, you should be able to go get A-Chain for something else. Don't give away Gibbs. Eating some McDonald's
right.
at midnight.
Well, because I have Jeff Wilson too, and
this guy right here, Snake Eyes, dropping a super chat. Snake Eyes he says, at McDonald's midnight, listening to Smitty, dropping some knowledge on everyone. Appreciate you, bro. Look at this guy at McDonald's
To the moon.
dropping a $10 hauler on screen. And just so everybody knows,
I wonder if fucking
just so everybody knows up here, this right here, this board, $50 haulers, it's receipt season. If you want to put your receipt on this board and have it sit there all year long, we can reflect on it. Somebody could say, hey, Smitty, pull up talk about my prediction on the board. This board's going to have everybody's prediction on it. Any $50 haulers, you tell me the prediction you want to put on it, receipt season. At the end of the year, we're going to go comb through this thing, and we're going to say to ourselves, who dropped the best bull prediction with the date attached? And the date won't necessarily mean that you can't win if you're an August predictor or a May predictor, but it'll certainly be a factor in that if somebody drops Olave is going to be a top 3 wide receiver, and does that in August, and somebody over here says Olave is a top 4 wide receiver, but did it in March or May, obviously there's nothing on it from March, but you're going to have more weight probably. So like the date's going to help, the prediction is going to help. Anybody wants to drop their prediction, any $50 hauler will get up there. We'll go over that at the end. And the winner is going to get a lifetime membership to thefantasyfootballshow.com content. And then you're also going to be able to co-host the show, whether it's on audio. If you're a little scared of being on video, you can do it via audio, but you're going to co-host the show with me. All right, guys. I'm going to jump. Go ahead, Ron.
When I win it, Smitty, can I get a hat? Because I already got the lifetime membership.
Yeah, for sure. And I got your shirt right here, Ron. I got Ron a shirt for all that he does. Hold on. Let me show you. Let me show Ron's shirt. I think this will fit you.
Hey, Blind Larry wants to know if you're going to do another draft or not.
Not tonight, but Ron, here's your shirt. This is it came out pretty cool. It's the pixelated logo. See, it's got that's not blurry. That's actually the logo, so you can read the text. So it's a pixelated logo. I want to see if those shirts look good. And then on the back, it has a whole bunch of youtube.com/thefantasyfootballshow all over. It says subscribe. So this is Ron Navy's shirt. I got Ron Navy. Ron Navy, this should be big enough, I think. It's a
Oh yeah.
It's a 5XL. It's real big at the bottom. I think that's what some of the shirts you have a problem with, but yeah, there we go.
I love it.
All right, I'll send that to you. I also have a bunch of these that will be given away out throughout the year. I got XLs. I don't have any 5XLs or 4XLs or anything like that, but I have XLs. I think I have a handful of 2XLs. These are the Grindhouse, and every late night stream is sponsored by Grindhouse. And this on the back, so it has on the front, it has Grindhouse times Smitty, and then it says the Fantasy Football Show with the logo. It's got the face on it. So I'll be sending out a couple of these. We'll be doing some things with these. Maybe the winner of this thing will get one too. So yeah, and on the back, this is a really cool design. This is what they specialize in. So Dracula, this is like Dracula and Frankenstein. They do all the scary movie like t-shirts and stuff. So these are pretty cool shirts. We'll be giving away some of those. But yeah, this board thing will be exciting. I can't wait to review this at the end of the year. See who has the biggest receipt bold prediction of the season. I might put one on there just for fun to reflect on it, but it'll be all yours. All right, guys, I'm gonna jump. Patrick, final thoughts. Thank you, Snake Eyes.
Yeah, just real quick. I finished up my draft, and it was glitchy as hell. Like it wouldn't let me pick certain places. But real quick, quarterback room is Burrow and Prescott. Running back room is Taylor, Harris, Pierce, Dalvin Cook, Kendra Miller, and Tyler Algier. Wide receiver room, Adams, Flowers, Moore, Mooney, Downs, Shakir, and Cedric Tillman with Cleveland. Tight end room is Fryermuth, Laporta, and Tyler Conklin. I mean, it's not exactly that. There was when it was glitching. I had a chance to get Christian Watson. I had a chance to get Christian Watson instead of when it selected Dalvin Cook automatically. But I mean, it's still not that bad of a team.
Yeah. No, it sounds pretty good. Just keep practicing. The $5 drafts are cool because you can not feel like, oh my God, I can't screw this one up. Or if you get a horrible draft pick, then that sucks. You know, you spend $25 to get a horrible draft pick. So the $5 are kind of fun. I love the $25. Don't get me wrong. We're still going to do those. By the way, the Suns won. Suns win Game 3 to avoid a 3-0 deficit. This is great news. Lancaster, you still here, bro? I hope you're still here. I got to answer your super chat. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Ron. Thank you, the Patrick. We'll see you later, pal. Good job. Call tomorrow.
All right.
Video coming out tomorrow. Rankings video coming out tomorrow. Super Rudy. Let's get to Super Rudy real quick. Last 10 seconds.
Oh, no. Can I make a suggestion to you, Ron? Sure. Yeah, so I see that you have a really strong running back group. But your wide receivers are kind of lacking when it comes to depth. I would try moving a running back or two down that you know you're probably not going to start, and try and get a good wide receiver to put in that wide receiver 3 slot along with Moore.
You hear that, Ron?
What's he talking about?
I think he thinks that was you. That was Super Rudy. That was the Patrick.
Just try and upgrade your wide receiver core from all the good running backs you have.
Just say yeah, Ron. You'll do it, okay?
Yeah, I'll do it.
I'm just making a suggestion. That's all.
No, Rudy, we're laughing because you're talking to Ron. Ron's not the one that had that team.
Oh, who was the one who had that team?
Just say yeah, Ron. Ron will take care of it. They'll be gone by tomorrow. He'll clean house.
Whoever had that team, that's what I'm talking to.
It was the Patrick. Yeah.
Earlier, I drafted Bijan, Najee, Jamar Gibbs, and Charbonnet, and then I had a lot
Jameer Gibbs, Ron.
It was the other guy.
Yeah,
my bad.
It's okay. Your heart was in the right place, Rudy. That's why
I was trying.
That's why we call you Super Rudy.
He'll watch the show and hear that.
Yeah, the Patrick. You hear that? All right. Hey, Rudy, we'll talk to you tomorrow. Call on tomorrow, pal.
Yeah, I'm about to go.
All right.
Hey,
Rudy, it sounds like you're taking this hard. Rudy, you're the man. We call you Super Rudy for a reason.
No, I said it was fun. Yeah, I had fun. All right. I appreciate you taking my call. I'm happy right now.
Hey, call in anytime, Rudy. I got you in the phone line by name, so that means that I'm much more likely to answer your call because you've been a repeat caller, So especially when we get in August, bro, I'm going to have this phone line blowing up. And I can only answer so many calls, so you want to be in my system. And Rudy, you're in the circle, bro.
No, I'm ready for a good summer.
All right, later, Rudy.
But JSN and Gibbs, that's all I can say.
Yeah, Gibbs to the moon. Later, pal. Ron, final thoughts other than, implementing what Rudy asked you to implement.
Oh, Rudy in a draft. I can just hear it now, the song. I was going to draft Jamar Gibbs, then I got high.
It's Jameer. It's Jameer, Ron. It's Jameer Gibbs, not Jamar. We got to.
I never get this right. Golf is great, isn't he?
Golf, Jamar. Imagine if Ron had to search for these names while he was on the clock. He'd be like Jamar, Jamar. Golf, GOLF. I don't understand. This damn app won't. I can't pull up any of the names. This stupid app. All right.
Anaconda was the hard one.
Lancaster, are you still here? Is Lancaster here?
Bondicon.
Boulder take Kendre is top 3 rookie running back. Boulder take. Whoa, Lancaster, that's a bold one, bro. Kendre is top 3 rookie running back. That's good. I mean, that's possible, but that's good. I like it. I don't know if Lancaster's still here. Appreciate you, Lancaster. Thank you for dropping that. All right, Ron, I gotta go.
You know, they just said it. Prime just said it in the sea. He said, "I'm gonna say Jamar enough that I'm gonna have you start saying Jamar eventually."
It probably will happen. Then people are gonna come to my channel and go, "This guy doesn't even know what he's talking about. He calls the guy Jamar." Like, I'm out of here. Learn to say his name right. Thanks, Ron. Thanks for letting me lose followers.
That's funny.
All right, Ron. Peace out.
Hey, how
what?
Tacos?
Oh, they're good. I went to what's it called? Taco Torchy's tacos. They're good. They're always good. They're kind of like
You better get some
what?
You better get some sleep. You can't even remember where you went to get your tacos.
Yeah.
You don't remember what day it was, and now you can't remember where you got your food.
In part of my defense is sometimes I don't even sleep, and so the days will run into each other, and that's why I don't really know what day it is half the time. All right, Ron, I appreciate.
3:30 in the morning.
Yep.
You're still up.
Yep. All right, Ron, appreciate you. Bye, Mom. Mom, I'm hanging up. I gotta go, Mom. Bye. It really is my mom. I think she's using some kind of voice thing. It makes too much sense. You know? Smitty going to rule his victory. No. All right, I'm out of here. Appreciate you all. Peace out. Thank you for all the super chatters. Lancaster, hopefully you saw that. Thank you to, let's see all the super chatters real quick. We got GamerBoy2K. He didn't call in, but GamerBoy, did I answer all your questions? I hope I did. You dropped an awesome $20 wad. Oh, my God. Why? I think we're regarding Jamar Chase over Jefferson, which I honestly, I'm shocked you hate Chase that much. That's shocking. Not to mention the whole world's taking Jamar Chase number 1 right now. I think majority of people are. Pretty much in our circle they are. But if you got another question, Gamer, while I'm on my way out the door, please drop it and I'll pop back in while the outro is going. Fitzy, appreciate you. Roberts, appreciate you. Ron Navy, Gabe, Carter celebrates. What's Carter celebrating? It's 10 month on the memberships. Yeah, buddy. Carter, appreciate you, bro. Good night. I hear I'm in 2 drafts tomorrow. Did everybody fill up this draft here? Did everybody fill up this draft here? Let me see. Unfilled. Maybe because I didn't announce anything. Okay, anybody wants in another Garrett Wilson draft? I'm dropping the link right now in the live chat. Here's the Garrett Wilson draft link. This is a new draft that'll start as soon as it fills. It'll be a slow draft. It looks like we've got 6 more to start. I'll plug in real quick and just show you guys 6 more to start. By the time I plug in, it'll be full probably. So 6 more to start. King Johnny's in this one. Ryan, TD Strikers, Terry Roberts, Stormcat, and then these spots are open. So click that link I just dropped in the live chat if you want to get in this private Garrett Wilson draft. 5 more to start. Filled. 2 more to start. You can see those 2 right here, those 2 waitings. 2 more to start. All right, jump into it. Appreciate you all. Rock Out dropping a $2 hauler. Will the real Slim Smitty please stand up?
Mashed potatoes.
Thank you, Rock Out. Appreciate you. Peanut Butter and Waivers. Appreciate you. Stormcat. Appreciate you. Question for y'all. I've been watching for a while now. I keep trying to get into drafts, but when I hit the link, it took me to the Underdog app. So basically, when we get to the once you're signed up, and I assume you've done your minimum deposit, you use that link and everything, then what you're going to do is you're going to go over to, once we're in this lobby area, so like the app looks like this when you load it. If you scroll over to the puppy, or if we're doing a Best Ball Mania, and I describe it on the screen, we're going to go over to the puppy. Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, we click it and we get in. So we just do it together. That's what we do. So next time we draft, just get your app ready. And then I'm going to say click on the puppy, and I'll give you guys like 2 or 3 minutes to collect yourselves, get ready, and then we'll sit here on the screen right here, and then we'll all hit enter at the same time. That's how we get into the draft. Appreciate you, 34. Ron Navy dropping a $2 hauler. Rock Out spelled slime, not slim. With the real slime shade. So is Rock Out calling me a slime ball? Is that what you're trying to say, Ron? Are you trying to create a rift between me and Rock Out? Ron's saying he's calling me slime shady. Ron's spreading rumors. Yeah, make sure you use that link. The link is in the live chat pinned. The link is in the description of every video, or use code SMITTY. And they'll match up to $100 in your first deposit. Like Stormcat just said, use promo code SMITTY or the links I provide you. And you'll get you get a bonus match up to $100 on your first deposit. Yeah, buddies. All right, see you tomorrow.